I get it. Some people are new to this, and it's tough. Oh, it was tough for all of us. And I mean every last one of us. It was tough. It didn't make any sense. I mean, what the hell is this? What do you mean the mountain is the building? Give me a break. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Just take it easy, and we'll tone it back a little bit. That might be too much. I get a tough pill for some to swallow. So let's go right in the middle then. Let's go right in the middle ground, right in the middle here. That's where I want to be. Right in the middle. Give me a break. Look at the walls. Right in the middle here. These are all at 90 degrees to each other, mind you. Look at the shadow work. Look at the shadow work. They are at 90 degrees to each other. Excuse me. Buttress walls are all at the same angle, going up the structure, all the way down these buttress walls. You would need that, or bastion turrets of some kind supporting such a large, immense structure. That's how we see they built in the past. We don't build this way today. But if we were to build something this large, it would have to have some sort of an external means of support on such weight, whether it be a wall or whether it be a building, doesn't matter. That's why you see the Great Wall of China has all the turrets and all the bastions all the way down it. Because such immense structures need external support. They can't just support themselves. They need an exoskeleton. So that's what we see. That's what I see. We look down this way. Look at this. Enormous wall at the base. Oops, excuse me, it's all shaky. Huge wall. Zoom into it, and it goes all the way down. Behind the wall, exposed structure. I see walls and floors. Walls, either floors, and walls, checkerboarded all throughout that whole region. Let me drop the labels. Open, exposed structure, floors and walls. Now back over here, back to these ones. This is the sand line. Let me drop it and you'll see. That's the sand line. There's blowing sand out here. Now, some of it would be melt coming down off the buildings, but most of this is sand. This is blowing sand coming off of everywhere. The tops of the buildings blowing around. You have sand and it's built up. This is brick sand. It's all red. And all of these buttress walls are at the same angle wherever you find them down this structure. Now, continuing, you got that section with all these right angle walls. The corner of the structure, now we can see this is a masonry frame building. These are masonry frame buildings all the way down. You can see the shell. This is a masonry frame building, whatever it is. Now we take a turn onto this street, and all the buildings, they're smaller, but they're all the same height. They're all the same height. Same size buildings, baby. The same size. Give me a break. There's twins right there. Maybe two sets of twins. I'm not sure. And a bread loaf building. It's long. See? These are long buildings. They go back that way, kind of. And then this one peeking out of the sand, and they continue all the way down. See these? All the same size building. All of them, all the way down. And they're barely peeking out of the sand. You can see the framework of these buildings. This is masonry frame building. Watch when I drop those labels right there. See that? These are right angle buildings. Mind you, they are perpendicular with the flat surface. Okay? Perpendicular with the flat surface, right angle buildings. All of them are. See, these are right angle buildings. They're all the same size buildings. All the way down. All the way down. And they're peeking out of the sand. The sand has really come up against these buildings, which does happen pretty quickly in these blowy foothills of these desert region mountains out west. It gets very blowy sometimes with this stuff, right? That red stuff gets very blowy. And tough pill for some to swallow in the back. I understand that. So let's take it easy, one step back. And we'll keep it here. Look at these buildings, baby. There's twins right there. And there's twins right there. See? The twin buildings right there. The bread loaf building. These are masonry frame buildings too, see? And a lot of these seem to have the same buttress walls. Some of them. Like a big star fort, I don't know. They'd call it a star fort in our research, likely. But I see doors and windows stretched open. Now, Myron, you can take it away from here.
The various landscapes that we enjoy seeing and traversing hold more information than we can possibly imagine. This is true for apparently uninteresting areas as well as the majestic.
Uninteresting.
For those who seek the knowledge held within these landscapes, treasures of the past and future can be found. In this video, we will seek knowledge held within dramatic canyons that reveals not only past events, but informs us of the future.
Not a canyon.
In particular, these desert canyons provides us insight into the future of Florida and other regions, such as the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico.
Hey, Myron, you can give me a break. Okay, first of all, Myron, you know how this works. You can slow down, first of all. And look at the background and what he's showing us. Shards left. These are shards left. Look at these tired bricks in the front right here. These tired bricks. Shards left of walls, flat walls, right angle walls of flat, perpendicular, upright buildings, baby. Upright with the windows and doors wide open, stretched open. Bam, right there. Look at this. Window, bam, open. Another one, bam, you can see through it. Bam, you can see through it. One down here, bam, you can see through it. All these windows and doors wide open. Bam, baby. Stretched open, all these doors and windows wide open, and then look at here, some twin buildings, another set of twins, and this building you can see had a lot more to it. You can see the shell is just ripped off like a broken skull, almost like a skull cap. Look, it's just ripped down here and ridiculous. You can see that was part of the outside of the structure. It's all exposed, whatever that was. These just mushy lumps of flat walls with doors wide open. You can see through them. And you can see through them. Give me a break. Look at these sagging down. This is an American bond as well. Let me show you. See? An American bond. What is that? You have rows of headers, bricks laid the short way, followed by rows like 3 to 7. 5 is a common number of stretchers, bricks laid lengthwise, and then you'll have another row of headers, and you continue this on all the way down the building. This is how the building has structural integrity and doesn't crumble to dust when you first step foot in it, because the bricks have been interlocked into a brick bond pattern, and that's what we see. These blocks are blocking off evenly at the brick bond and look what's in there. Look what's in there. When we zoom into that sucker, in the line, what's in there? But a bunch of bricks laid the short way, headers. Bricks laid the short way. Headers in there, inside of the cracks. And between them are what? Stretchers. Between them are stretchers. Bricks laid the long way. This is an American bond. It's that simple. And masonry guys know that. Even the ones who are naysayers, they know that. And you see it. You see it. Whether you did or didn't before, now you do, don't you? This is an American bond. Simple as that. Shards. Shards of walls left back here. Shards. Like glass shards. With the doors wide open. And I get it. This is a tough pill for some to swallow. So we'll stay away from those ones for now. We'll stay away from those ones for now, baby. And we'll stay away. Next, what were you showing us? You were showing us something else here. This one, yeah, square buildings. Give me a break. Flat walls, flat red walls over there. Big square structure hanging off the side of this one. See that? Big square structure there on the side of this one. Just, not looking good, Myron. And I would be worried. Yes, I would be. I'd be worried right about now, Myron. You never know. Never know what can happen. Take Nick Zentner now. Nick Zentner, Now his wife. Now look what happened to them, Myron. That was a scare, wasn't it? And if you didn't hear, Nick Zentner, his wife went into the ICU and had to undergo a surgery. Thankfully, it went well. And Nick, if you're watching, I prayed for you. That's the power of Jesus Christ. That's the power of Jesus Christ. And I prayed for you and your wife that she would be okay and that she would make it through the surgery. And look what happened. That was a scare, wasn't it? That was quite a scare. And I'm very glad to hear that you're all doing okay. Now, Myron, you on the other hand, you're out of shape. You're always out of shape. 10 steps and you're winded, baby. 10 steps and you're winded. So let's move on. Building, chimney billowing steam, baby, with a round fucking chimney on top. And you think it's cute. With a round fucking chimney on top. Look at the seam between the buildings. Look at the same flat wall up here. And in a round fucking chimney on top. Excuse my French. In a round fucking chimney on top. Excuse my French. You have to be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. Billowing steam. Looks like Angkor Wat temples down at the base. Like Nan Madol here. Ganang Padung. Down at the base of the structure. These are all the same size building. All four of these joints. All the same size. A huge doorway right there for them. Big doorway wide open. Baby. And they were all red. This was cooked out. All the yellow material was all red. Like the stuff down here. And at the top on the chimney. On the top of the round brick chimney. Are you kidding me? Yes, that's what that is. Yes, these were bricks too. Look at this. All the same size brick in every row. Yeah, they melted down in some sections. Look here. They got soft. They melted down right there. And right here, they got all mushy. Look right there. Look what happened. But you can see what they were. They were all the same size brick in every course, all the way up the structure. All the way up. They got bent over a little bit this way and that way because they were hot. They were hot, baby. They broke loose a little bit. And notice how this comes all the way down in a straight line right there. That ridge. What is that? That big wall. Look at that. Right betwixt the buildings, and you got this big wall. Boom. See that? The hell is that? And Angkor Wat temples. Ganang Padung, Nan Madol going on down at the base. This is not a crack. Myron, you're smoking crack if that's what you think. You want to keep saying that. You're smoking crack, baby. This ain't a crack, and you know it. You know damn well this ain't a crack. You know damn well this ain't that you're smoking crack, baby. You know damn well. Let's move on. Next one. This one's cute. Look at this. Whatever these things are, they're all the same thing. There's four of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's four of them right there. Okay? And yeah, yes, they are. All the same thing. There's a terrace right there. These are on a terrace. Another one there. These are all terraces. Look at this round one, right? There's two round ones. Fancy. With a little lemon drop one right there. See this terracing? On these. This is built out. It's not a crack. This is built out, baby. This is built out. And these are Buddhas. Give me a break. These are Buddhas. I see this fat belly in his belly button. See a fat belly in a belly button. Next ones. Fat belly in a belly button. Fat belly in a belly button. Give me a break. There's four Buddhas right there. Sitting on their little stupas on top of the terrace. Four Buddhas. Boom, 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 boom. With their fat bellies and their belly buttons. On top of the terrace. And he thinks it's cute. Showing us this stuff. He knows we're watching. I know you're watching too, Myron. I know you're watching too. And you better be careful. You don't want to end up like Nick or his wife. That was a big scare, baby. That was a big scare. And it took the power of the Lord to come fix it, right? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. You know what? Yes, it did. Look at the seam on the side of the building. Look at the seam down the facade of the building. Yeah, all these straight lines, all these mortar joints, straight lines, baby. You see them in there. There's four Buddhas right there, sitting on their little stupas. And moving on. Yeah, and this too. You got more twin towers. Got more twin tower action happening over there. This looks exactly like City Hall in Minneapolis with the clock tower. Look at this. You got the. Are you kidding me? Let me drop that label. Is that a staircase? I don't know, it looks like a ziggurat almost. Like a big ziggurat temple. You know what I mean? Like a. It looks like City Hall almost, though, with this clock tower and all this fanciness, but almost like a ziggurat, if that's a staircase. Is that a staircase? Hey, Wiz, no, I don't think so. There's a door blocked up. Door blocked up or something. Yeah, you can see underneath it. See right there? Like a door blocked up right there. It's this structure we're looking at. It's just twin towers right there. Um, I mean, it gets ridiculous. It gets ridiculous in a moment. Um, little square buildings, square attachments over there. Um, little things over here, little doohickeys over here. This is all built out, baby. Built out. Walls sticking out everywhere. Half cock-ass. And look at the chimneys on top. With the round chimneys on top. Right there and right there. Another one here, a big one right there. The round chimneys. You can see this is like a ziggurat. Like a step pyramid ziggurat temple. See? One of those suckers. Went back this way. But you get it. You get the idea, right? Not the idea. This is the truth. It's right here before your eyes. The door is blocked up right there. The door is blocked up for that building. Another door. Right down the clock tower part. Big door right there. Something blocked up. Maybe some more. Yeah, they're blocked up doors. Look. You can see the frame. Or just yeah. They were blocking up a lot of these buildings before the event happened. I'll tell you what, Minneapolis and St. Paul, half the city was boarded up or bricked up. The windows, the doors, lots of them were. Especially the big buildings, like these big structures, whatever they were. Yeah, you could totally see the framework underneath. Give me a break. It's embarrassing, Myron. The windows wide, stretched wide open. I mean, we can see right into their. What is that? What's that noise? Yep, more walls sticking out. What is that? What is that? Oh my god, look at these straight lines. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, that's enough. Moving on. I even look this way and I see all types of fluted edges at the tops of the structure. It looks like a fluted. I don't know. I saw a better. I have a better shot of it somewhere. Hang on. There it is. You can kind of see right there. You'll see it again in a moment. But this like a fluted edge or something almost like a. I don't know what you would call that, but like up in like the soffit fascia area of a building, like right before the roof line. Got these like fancy fluted edges almost. But I have a better example here. You'll see in a moment. Something almost like a. I don't know what you would call that, but like up in like this in a big wall, like I like this. Look at the big 40-foot wall just hanging out, higher than the spruces right there, and just hanging out back. Like it's hiding pretty good too. It's hiding pretty good behind those spruces. You wouldn't see that if I didn't notice it. I almost missed it. Put a big flat wall on top of the city hall structure, which you can see is a square cube building. A square cube. Give me a break. Twin towers. It's all built out. All right, Myron, you can continue.
What a beautiful fall day to go up into the foothills of the Bighorn Mountains of Wyoming.
Hang on. You say things, Myron, and they don't make sense. They don't make sense. You say, what a beautiful fall day. Why? Because you have one sickly shrub right here that has some color. One sickly shrub that has some color right there. Nothing else. Nothing else but waste and desolation everywhere else. But you have one tree, one sickly shrub, and what a beautiful fall day. I'm just trying to get the feel for the thinking. Is all I'm saying. You can continue.
Go up into the foothills of the Bighorn Mountains of Wyoming. I've never been to this location, and I'm looking forward to it.
No, hang on.
What a beautiful fall day to go up into the foothills of the Bighorn Mountains of Wyoming. I've never been to this location, and I'm looking forward to it.
No, okay. You know what, Myron? That didn't sound genuine. That didn't. I don't believe you. I don't believe that you are looking forward to it. I don't know. That might just be me, but that didn't sound genuine, baby. That didn't sound genuine. I'll just leave it at that. That didn't sound genuine.
These pronghorn antelope add extra enjoyment to my trip.
Oh my god. Myron. Myron. Oh my god. Joe. Hey Joe. Where you wandering off to, Joe? Where you going? Where's he going, Joe? He's gonna walk this way. Gonna walk this way like you mean it. Hey, that's alright. That's alright. We've seen that before. Pretty big, pretty damn big, eh?
The quiet, isolated beauty of
Hey,
this
hey, hey. Pretty damn big, eh? It's not a crack, is it? And they're pretty damn big. That's correct. Pretty damn big buildings. Pretty damn big. And look at that. Looks a lot like the fancy edge to the top of a building right there. You know, the fanciness at the top. And it looks like a lot like that, or something like that, or maybe I don't know. And mind you, he's standing on top of the wall with just one bent knee forward in his hat, and he's standing on top of the wall. This is a wall he's standing on, and he knows it too. You have like 5 minutes to explain the issue here. Explain the process behind this deal behind you.
It was deposited in clear, warm ocean waters. There were reefs in these oceans and other animals like brachiopods enjoying the warm seas.
Stop right there. Stop right there. What the hell is a brachiopod? What the hell is a brachiopod? You know, of the bunch, you're the jolliest of the bunch, eh? You're the jolliest of the bunch, eh? And you're out of shape. You're out of shape. 10 steps and you're winded. Give me a break. You son of a bitch. You're a liar. You are a liar. Continue, Myron.
It was deposited in clear, warm ocean waters. There were reefs in these oceans and other animals like brachiopods enjoying the warm seas.
All right.
But times change, and in this case, continental deposits like rivers and desert deposits came in and were deposited on top of this limestone and pushed the seawaters away.
Whoa, stop there. Stop there. Deserts and rivers came in. How'd they come in and leave deposits? How do rivers move? Where'd they come from? Where'd the desert come from? And how'd it move? How'd they come in? What does that mean? They came in and pushed the seawaters away. And pushed the seawaters away. You said it, Myron. You said it, Myron. Okay. And yeah, we'll do a close-up on you. How about that? We'll do a close-up on you. How about that? Yeah, yes, I know. Scary. He's very scary. Very, very scary. Yes. Okay. So, yes. Don't worry, Lila. It's all right. The Lord is with us. All right. So let's continue, Myron. This is ridiculous. And you're gonna. So we have a warm ocean sea. We have a warm sea, and we got brachiopods swimming around in the warm because they like warm water. Because they like warm water. That's a great story thus far. And then you're losing me a little bit here. Continue though. Continue, Myron. Push the seawaters away. Give me a break.
New oceans coming in, and then a desert again, and rivers, etc., and the ocean again. Different types of oceans, warm and cold.
Oh my God.
Building up deposits on top of this limestone. Built it up to some 12,000 feet. And then about 10 million years ago, there was a big, broad uplift through this whole region that uplifted everything. And this caused erosion to start to occur instead of deposition and building up erosion. Cutting down through all this 12,000 feet of rock. This sediment had turned to rock by this time, down, to come right back to this limestone again. And after some 340 million years or so, this limestone got to see the light of day again. Boy, that's a long time to be in the dark, isn't it?
Oh. Yeah, you stand there with your hands open. You're the one that said it, Myron. You're the one that said it. That was ridiculous. Okay, That was ridiculous. I don't even know what to say about that. So we have, here's what you just said. All the limestone around you, and it's all limestone. You just told us that rivers came in. They came in from where? Deserts came in. Oceans came in, warm and cold. Different types of oceans. Bracket pods. Where did the bracket pods go when the cold water came in, eh? And you know what they'll say? They evolved. They evolved. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. They'll say that. You'll say, well, then where did the bracket pods go when the cold sea came in? They'll say they evolved, baby. You give me a break. Yes, they will. And that was ridiculous. So you have limestone. It's the yellow or gray. We'll make it yellow. And we're going to address the issue that right here, that you have red in the limestone. It's not supposed to be red, is it, Myron? Not supposed to be red, is it? You know that. You have limestone. It can be yellow or gray. On top of that, you just told us rivers came in, deserts came in, oceans came in, and deposited 12,000 feet of material. That's the black right there. 12,000 feet of material. It turned to rock, he said. And everything uplifted. There was a broad uplift. Everything uplifted. You said it, Myron. Everything uplifted. But then erosion came in from somewhere and started to cut down at just what? Just the 12,000 feet of material, which is not present anymore. Where is it? Where's all that material out here? It should be somewhere. This is all limestone. You say 12,000 feet of material got cut down from this going upward. First of all, this was going upward. This was going upward. The limestone. And then erosion came and cut down on just the stone on top. Because you said it was stone by then, right? Let's hear it again. Let's hear it again. That was ridiculous, Myron. You're standing with your hands open. You said it, baby.
Deposits on top of this limestone built it up to some 12,000 feet. And then about 10 million years ago, there was a big, broad uplift through this whole region that uplifted everything.
Everything.
And this caused erosion to start to occur instead of deposition and building up. Erosion. Cutting down through all this 12,000 feet of rock. The sediment had turned to rock by this time. Down, to come right back to this limestone again. And after some 340 million years or so, this limestone got to see the light of day again.
Oh, for cute.
Boy, that's a long time to be in the dark,
oh, for
isn't
cute. All right, sweetheart. That story, sweetheart. That story was darling. That was a darling. That was darling. Okay, and now it's over. And now it's over. And you're the jolliest of the bunch. You get my drift? You're the jolliest of the bunch. You know, what'd you have to say, Lyle? You had something to say as well? You had something to say? Huh? That's right. She feels the same way, baby. And she feels the same way, baby.
There is something very peculiar hidden in the walls of this canyon and other canyons in the region.
Yes, walls. That's right, Myron. Walls. You see one back here. I see one hiding back here. Excuse me. There's one hiding back here. See this one? Look at this wall back there. What's that doing in the middle of the canyon? It appears to be a dam of some kind. Or a big wall. Big wall, big buildings all along the front of this feature. You ain't kidding. Look at the wall back there. Holy Toledo. These are all straight buildings. These are all straight buildings along the side. Straight buildings. Fancy ones up on top. Here's a little pyramid building. And a wall. Another wall back there. Look at that one. There's two of them. Huge walls. Back there in the gully. Yeah.
Our first job is to scan the walls and look for anomalous geologic features, and then develop concepts that explain what we observe.
That we can do. We can do that, Myron.
This is such a fun process because you never know where the path of discovery will take you. What about these distinctive white lines we see in the cliff face? Could that be a clue? Well, they are interesting and quite distinctive, but in this case, it's not what we're looking for.
Oh.
Other distinctive features we notice is the red coloring that we often see near the top, and also the propensity for caves up in that area.
My goodness.
This is close. We're getting warmer.
You can condescend all you want.
Standing on this majestic...
You can condescend all you want, Myron. You're done now. You're done. The time's done. Time's done, baby. That was enough out of you. I see an American bond in these bricks already. I can see American bonds. It looks like, I don't know, but you can see the bricks. You see them every here and there. But let's take a look at this. I'm going to point out a few things. These buildings, they're all showcased out ahead of each other, each one ahead of each other. See, the next one's further up than the next. And the waterway at the bottom, that's likely so you can see what building you're going to if you're coming down the waterway. You know which building you're going to. Because if it were all in a straight line, you wouldn't see the ones down yonder, would you? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't see it. But this way, you can see what buildings you're going to as you come down the waterway. Next, what else were you showing us? Yeah, this is ridiculous. They're both the same building. They're both the same building. Are you kidding me? They're exactly the same. And these are the same building. Built out. Here's the terraces where those Buddhas are sitting up here. There's 4 Buddhas right there. There's their little terrace garden. Doors wide open. The usual, just the usual. And look at the background of these buildings. I mean, come on. Look at all the facets to the building. I mean, this is ridiculous. Oh, all this back here. All of it. All these windows, all these doors. Windows up here. And just walls broken in every which manner. Right angles. All those walls down there are at right angles to each other. In this whole area right there. That's all right angle wallage. And moving on to the next. Yeah, holy smokes. Holy smokes. Perpendicular with the flat surface, mind you, each one of them. Perpendicular with the flat surface, you can see, because the land is sloped where all this material has been falling away, but the structures still stand upright. Perpendicular with the flat surface. Holy smokes. And look at up top. The same 2 thingies over here at the corner, okay? As over here on this side, the same things up there. And the same 4 towers in the middle. Right in the middle there, there's 4 of those things. So it's the same. It's ridiculous. Again, you see more, there's some twin column action in that building. Pretty nice. I mean, come on. There's a round tower. And the terrace still continues around the tower. The terrace continues around the tower. You gotta be kidding me. Nature did that, eh? The terrace continues. Both of them do. And I see doors like bricked shut. Looks like doors bricked shut. Yeah. Melted shut. And they were pretty buildings. These were pretty buildings. You could see they were. And a huge section has collapsed. If those joints are not horizontal, and you know, if they're not horizontal, this is collapsed this way. They should be horizontal always. So a huge collapse right there. Not cross bedding. Not cross bedding, Myron. These are right angle buildings. Look at these right angles everywhere. Here's those 2 up close, those twin buildings up close. He was pointing at the mortar joints down there. Yeah, real cute. It's got an arrow. And we know what this is. We know what all this is. Look at these little square buildings. All this rendition work, all this fancy stuff there. All the fancy stuff here. On top, the red bricks. They're still red on top. Windows wide open, doors wide open. Nice like rounded section in here. Just immense. And they're the same structure, both of them. Here's up close again, the red on top. Still surviving. I see the joints in between them. You still see the bricks on top. And look under the landscape, under the grass, soil. A lot of reddish right there. A lot of red material. This wall overshoots past that part of the structure. This wall, you can walk. Look at the shadow. It's enormous. It comes out pretty far. That comes out pretty far. It really seems like the structures that would support the most vital things that they needed were hit the worst. Like all the structures near waterways that were, it just seems like that stuff was hit the worst. And the largest towers, the largest buildings, and the ones closest to water also as well. And all these apertures, and just, I mean, if you can't see, it's a building with two buttress walls in the front of it at the entrance. Everything here is perpendicular with the flat surface as it rises straight up. Nothing here rises at like a sloped angle. It's all coming perpendicular with the flat surface. It's all rising straight up, not at an angle like this or coming up like this. You would expect to see some of that, but you don't. It's all perpendicular, vertical buildings. And he's looking at this stuff. And we know what we see. We see the same. Ain't nothing different. Ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new. And what's he pointing at? He's pointing at this red line. And they'll try to take your attention away from, well, like blocks and stuff up there and the bricks by you're really going overboard with stuff like this. He called it stain. Stain, it's what remains. These are all bricks with joints between them still. You can see that they are all the way down. There's the boat. Pretty big building. He's pointing at the line again. See? They're trying to distract with these lines. But they're all bricks, baby. They're all bricks up there. Every last one of them. Oh, I guess you can't go through it. But that's, I mean, look at that. Right on the water's edge. Right on the water's edge. Nobody today, I mean, nobody's going to build anything like that close to the water. You'd have to be crazy. And look at the walls. Flat walls sticking straight up. What's a flat wall doing out there? That's a flat wall. These are all flat walls. Look at this. Can you see that? There's a big wall right there. This is higher than this side. It drops down into this little playpen down here. In there. See? And there's two walls still standing on either side right there and there. There's two walls standing on both sides. Oh, there's two terraces. There's one there and one there. And all this structure. See? Man-made. Which to me means either made for man or made by man. Either or is man-made. It was made for man or by man. Huge entrances, wide open still. But it's already been looted. You can bet on that. I just see this shot before. I didn't know I had this one. This one's kind of, wow! Look at the buttress walls, all the way down each one. This is a masonry frame building, evenly spaced masonry frames. These buttress walls. I can see each imprint form. Oops, sorry. But yeah, see all those right there. Yeah, this shot. Yeah, wow. The mountain is the building. That's always the case. Never any other way around. If it's limestone, which most of them are, then it was a brick building. Limestone cannot come from anything else but brick. We've seen it mid-transition happening before our eyes. We'd be fools to say that it can happen any other way, and that we know it does with no evidence for it. But we have evidence for this happening, bricks turning to limestone, but we don't have evidence for anything else turning to limestone. Nothing else. No other material can turn into limestone. It has to be brick and mortar. The lime, the calcium, the sodium invades all the material and creates a limestone, a very lime-ridden material. You don't get that from a tree. You don't get where the lime come from then. If you want to say trees can turn to limestone, how'd the lime get in the tree? Because we know how it got into these buildings, right? It was in the mortar. It was in the bricks already. Tons of it. And it invades all of the material. How does a tree, wood, turn into limestone with lime in it? Because 90% of the mountains in the world are made of limestone or a form of limestone, some form of it. And if it's limestone, it was brick. You can't get wood turning into limestone. That's ridiculous. And that's alchemy. That'd be, you can, maybe through magic you can, but not just in general. These are all bricks up here. I think we're done, Myron. You can go off and play now. You've done your work. You've done good work. This is great evidence. You can see these joints, the bricks. You can see all of them, the same size, every brick. They were. And doors wide open. Oh, twin tower action on top there. And you ain't kidding. I think that's all I have. And we're looking closely. Okay. I don't know what I had there. Oh, there's one more thing. He's going to show us a place right down here in Mexico somewhere. He's going to show us a couple of structures that are kind of like under the water, almost partially buried or submerged. I don't know how to say it. Let's check it out. You gotta love this. He draws his limestone, and of course the limestone that he makes into bricks on purpose. I mean, yeah. They say it cracks off that way. No, he knows what this is. He's just being cute. The limestone is always depicted like brick because that's what it is. That's why it looks like that. And if you can find a way that wood can turn into limestone, I'd like to hear it. If it doesn't, and it cannot involve any form of alchemy. It cannot involve an alchemical process. Just how can a tree wood turn into limestone? Because we know how bricks and mortar can. It's very simple. Under a high heat condition, they will mold together. They will stress and mold together into one solid material. When it cools, it's called limestone, because the lime, the calcium, and the sodium, the electrified things in the bricks, if you will, in the masonry, they invade everything, especially the lime. It invades everything. It goes through all the material, and it rips through it, and it turns out into different materials. There's many different forms of limestone, and slates and mudstones. They're all the same thing. Red mother muffin bricks.
To learn about another breccia-forming process, we go to Mexico, near the city of Tulum on the Yucatan Peninsula. I'm going to follow my guide down this ladder, and you might guess what's in there.
Damn straight, baby. Damn stroking straight.
A beautiful cave with crystal clear fresh water.
Yeah, and round fucking pillars, too. It's the round pillar right there.
There are countless caves like this in this region.
Like light fixtures hanging down. Look at the light fixtures.
As you would expect, sometimes the roof collapses, forming a large pit or sinkhole.
I agree with that.
Here is one of these collapsed caves or sinkholes that's mostly dry at the bottom. In Mexico, the sinkholes are called cenotes.
And these were water features of some kind. They were meant to have water. That's why the water is still there. Otherwise, it would soak down.
I'm near Tulum, Mexico, in this underground cave system that has all this beautiful water. It's considered one of the world's largest underground drainage systems.
Drainage system.
Here on the Yucatan Peninsula, there aren't any rivers or any surface drainage.
Drainage.
It's all underground.
Correct.
And it's completely karsted, this karst topography.
I agree with that.
And we have a collapse here
I
that
agree.
we're able to walk down into and see this beautiful water in here. These cenotes, caves, and passages formed and are being formed by the dissolution of limestone.
Now that's where I disagree.
Slightly acidic rainwaters are a weak carbonic acid that slowly but surely dissolves the limestone.
No. No, it doesn't.
There
No,
are
it
so
doesn't.
many beautiful caves and cenotes in Mexico, and many of them are interconnected. Some people think nearly all of them are interconnected.
Now that's interesting.
In the relatively small area I visited, scuba divers have mapped over 50 miles of connected passageways.
Wow, 50 miles.
Hopefully many of you have figured out why I've come here to Mexico to show you these beautiful cenotes and what they have to do with the breccia deposits we see in the canyon walls of Wyoming.
Absolutely nothing.
When the ceilings and walls of caves collapse, it breaks up the rock into small pieces, relatively small pieces, and of course they're going to be very angular. Here we see a very nice example of all the broken rock on the floor of this cenote.
You're talking nonsense, baby.
Over time, this rock could become lithified and form a breccia. Geologists refer to this as a collapse breccia.
That'd be
What we've observed in Mexico could certainly explain the breccia we've seen in canyon walls. A layer of breccia within limestone
Look at the windows
deposits.
wide open.
It seems to fit.
Stretched
But
open.
does it? There are still some issues to explore. And how does this all relate to Florida and its future?
I don't know, man.
I think this all relate to Florida and its future. I think this map could be of help. It seems that both Florida and the Yucatan have some similar features. They both have adjacent. I think a cross-section along this red line would be helpful. Let's do all relate to Florida and its future. I think this map could be of help. It seems that both Florida and the Yucatan have some similar features. They both have adjacent large platforms made of limestone.
Limestone.
Could it be that they developed in the very same manner?
Yes.
I think a cross-section along this red line would be helpful. Let's do it on the whiteboard.
So as you saw, he crawled into the hole. Obviously, he survived. But moving on, we're going to just look at this quickly. See the bricks in that column. See the bricks there? And this is a round, likely a base of a column that collapsed. It's like a round fucking pillar. Excuse my French. More of them. Looks like light fixtures, actually. Like the light fixtures are hanging down off the walls. They're hanging off the ceiling. Look at that. They look like light fixtures to me. I don't know. Why are these ones black? The ones that look like light fixtures are black, but the other ones are white. That's weird. But the melt does strange things. We know that. These may have all just been pillars. That's all that's left of the pillar, maybe. Who knows? That may have been a gorgeous pillar. But a lot of these were. You can see the round one in the middle right there was. This was a column. It still is. This one. Yeah, these might have been columns. But the water's clear down there. Very clean. And the thing is, let me show you this image here. And he said that the rainwater is so acidic that it burns through the limestone and creates this feature that's so beyond ridiculous and offensive. You know, that's offensive, rather. These flat wall rooms. And this staircase is old. Look, it's mangled out right there. The staircase is old too. May have been resurfaced on the top of them. But that staircase was already there. And the flat walls on the sides. Pretty in here. In 50 miles, they said that they've connected through these underground passageways that connect all this water in Mexico, in the area. And these flat walls, you see the joints. You see the joints still between the bricks. There's a joint there, there's a joint there. They run all the way through. You see some bricks right there. See some outlines. Same old story, Myron. I'm looking at this stuff. Same thing. This is embarrassing. And the thing I was going to say is, for this water to be in here like this, it was meant for it. Simple as that. It was meant for it. If the water is there and it stays there, it's been there for a while, whether it's a pond, a river, a lake, something like a cenote like this, it was built for it. Otherwise, the water would soak. It's not from flooding. It's not from flood water. Is soaked down, baby. They soak back down, back into the system. If the water is present and it's there and it can stay there and hold its ground, it was designed to be that way. You have to have silt down, something that will block the water from sinking down and seeping back down into the earth. You have to. So when you find water features, because I mean, like when you get floods, what happens to all the water? I mean, look at the Carolinas. Where did all that water go? Well, back into the river, and it's soaked back down. The rest of it soaked back down. And the rest soaked back down into the ground. So if the water does not soak down in a feature or wherever like this, it was meant to be there. This was a water feature of some kind, utilizing the water inside of it. But that's all I have for this one. I love you all, and take care.